All right, Chris, well, it's been a big week for Munce Racing. You're back from your trip from America. How was the trip overseas?
Yeah, it was terrific, Adam. It probably couldn't have come at a better time, to be honest. Kathy and I went over and seen a lot of things that we'd never seen before over there in Kentucky and Lexington, and visited quite a few famous farms, Claiborne Farm and a lot of the other bigger farms over there. And it was quite interesting, particularly some of the stallions and the value and what they're worth and their service fees and the way their whole breeding system over there is it's quite good actually, so it was a good experience.
And on the racing side of things, you went to Santa Anita and spent some time with Bob Baffert on that big race day?
Yeah, sure did, and it was a great day. I mean, he managed to win 2 Group 1s on the day for 2-year-olds, the Golden Chandelier and the American Pharaoh with Bast and a horse called 8 Rings. So they'll both head to the Breeders' Cup, but it was just a terrific day to go there. It was the opening day of the Santa Anita period, and with some terrific racing.
Okay, and since you've returned home, there's been some new arrivals here at the stable. Alan Russell's joined as foreman, and also Justin Huxtable as an apprentice. Yeah,
they're two good men. I mean, they're got good work ethics, and Al's been a mate of mine for a long time, and he's a very, very well schooled and very talented horseman in his own right. So to have him on board is a great asset for me, particularly it takes a bit of pressure off me, and with the workload that's sort of doubled now in the last month or so, it's good to have someone like him around. And Justin's just come up from South Australia. He's a tall boy, but he rides very, very well. He's got good hands and a good seat on the horses, and nothing seems to faze him too much. So I'm looking forward to him getting to the races, and I'm sure when we get there, he'll mix it with the big boys.
And on the racing front at home, there's a big weekend of racing coming up, kicking off with Sunshine Coast tonight. Steamboat has the first start for the stable, one of the Liam Birchley horses.
Yeah, he's a nice horse. I haven't had a lot to do with him. I've only seen him for the last week, obviously, but he's sort of in a race that probably suits 1800 metre maiden. He'll roll up on the speed there somewhere, and he seems to be the sort of horse that rolls along at a decent sort of gallop. So probably got to look and see a little bit with him today, but it'd be interesting to watch him run.
At the Gold Coast on Saturday, the Carpenter resumes as a 3-year-old in the cutest 3-year-old maiden plate. Yeah,
he's a horse that ran very well his first start in a race for me on a wet track. Came back as a colt and probably disappointed me a couple of times, so he's been out and gelded. I think he's a horse, he'll race well tomorrow, being fresh and from a good draw. It gives him every chance to race well. Just a sort of horse I think he prefers a bit of give in the track, but having said that, he's fitting well and he's ready to run good tomorrow.
Also at the Gold Coast, ROZEIRA is entered for the 3-year-old maiden plate over 1200 metres.
Yeah, well, ROZEIRA got put through the fence her first start, so it was a bit of a non-event really for her. I couldn't get a real good line on her, and ever since then she's drawn nothing but typical of my barriers, outside barriers. So haven't been able to run her for a month purely because of those reasons. Had no setback with her, but probably the only negative with her is the fact that we're a month between runs, 5 weeks between runs, where it would have been nice to get one more in between.
Saturday at Eagle Farm, an exciting day with 4 2-year-olds making their debut. In the fillies edition, there's Brooks Girls, Shooting Roses and Continuum.
Yeah, 3 nice fillies. Continuum and Shooting Roses have been with me right from the get-go. Continuum keeps the horror run of barrier draws going with a barrier 13 of 13. So with her at the moment, I'm probably still up in the air at the moment, 70-30, probably 70% run, 30% maybe not run, but there's still an element of doubt there. I just don't know whether to run her or wait, but Shooting Roses will definitely run. She's trialled very well, and Brooks Girl is a newcomer to my stable, which I don't know a lot about, but she's drawn nicely and she'll be well schooled and she's very fit.
KAVAK, who was a trial winner, he's the other 2-year-old in the Colts and Geldings plate.
Yeah, another one that's drawn the outside gate as usual. So with him at the moment, I'm still undecided with him whether I run or not. He's a very, very good colt, and he's obviously Magic Millions colt too. So we've got to probably program that a little bit. So I've just got to let the dust settle over the next 24 hours before I decide whether he'll run or not. But if he does, he's a nice colt and he'll race very well.
The final runner at Eagle Farm is JOOD, who's a last start maiden winner in the cutest 3-year-old handicap over 1800.
Really nice filly, and a lovely staying filly. She'll get out to 1.5 miles at some stage of her career, and I'm excited about getting her out to the 1800 tomorrow. I think it'll suit her down to the ground. A few of these in the race will be suspect at the trip, whereas I know she won't. She's a genuine 1.5 mile filly. I think she's just starting to come right. Her coat looks $1 million. Possibly a little bit of a wet track might have suited her a bit better too, but having said that, she's very, very healthy and very sound.
Ballina Sunday, WAUSIWI is a dual acceptor there at Ballina and also at Doomben on Monday.
Yeah, so I think with WAUSIWI, I'm possibly leaning to running her at Doomben at this stage. It's only a small field there, she's drawn well, probably gives her an opportunity to try and pick up a bit of Metropolitan prize money as well. So at this early stage, I'd probably say I'm leaning towards Doomben, but I'll probably know more depending on weather.
Also at Doomben, there is Principe in the 3-year-old Colts and Geldings maiden over 1350.
Principe is an improver. He raced very well at the Gold Coast the other week. Didn't have a lot of luck, but was still hitting the line quite well. Suffered a couple of different sets of interference, so he picked himself up nicely and rounded his race off good. So he'll run at Doomben on Monday. Wouldn't be surprised to see him run a cheeky race at big odds.
And rounding out the team at Doomben is 2 newcomers to the stable, Brocky and Magic Mystery.
Yeah, well, Brocky's a nice horse, lightly raced. He's won a maiden already, and he's probably going to be a horse that gets out over a trip later on in his career. But he's a nice galloper, and he's drawn well, so he'll take his place on Monday. And Magic Mystery has drawn probably a barrier that won't allow me to run her. I'll probably wait with Magic Mystery and run him as a Class 1 the following Saturday, which probably suits him better.